Chavra Bezrat Hashem, getting ready for Shabbos. One day until Shabbos. Davey's roommates are listening in. Geschmack, geschmack. It's getting hyped. Getting hyped! And there's still a slight chance he's going to Renana for Shabbos. There's a slight chance. 1% chance. Maybe higher. 2%. Davey, what do you think?
What did you say, bro? I missed it. What did you say?
What's the percentage you go to Renana the Shabbos? 1%? 2%?
Like 0.1.
0.1. Geschmack. At least it's 0.1. Chavra. It's great to see you. One day until Shabbos Kodesh, 69 until Purim. We're counting down. Chavra, we started our countdown at 1:05. Time is flying. Time is flying. But we're getting together every single night and we're trying to maximize our time. We're trying to grow. We're trying to learn Rabbeinu together. We're trying to learn the depths, trying to understand the depths, trying to change our lives. Chavra, tefillah b'shem kol Yisrael. I think today, we'll get to it in a little bit, so we won't reveal the secrets now. But anyways, tefillah b'shem kol Yisrael. For Pesach, Reuven ben Yosef Asar, Bracha Bas Yehudis, Miriam Dodi Bas Chani Ucheved, Yonah Bas Basia, Shira Bas Basia, Sinai Reuven ben Mani, and every neshama in Klal Yisrael in the world. Chavra, there's so much pain right now. There's so much pain. We have to feel the pain a little and cry out to the Ribono Shel Olam. Help me break and remove all arrogance from myself. Let not the slightest hint of arrogance ever enter my heart. Bring me to genuine humility. Grant me true godly wisdom, understanding, so that I'll be able to cultivate the ways of humility. Save me from false humility, affected humility aimed at winning people's esteem. This kind of humility is the ultimate in arrogance. And just an add tefillah that we should be able to see the wisdom in all things in this world. It's very important. And we'll see why today. Halacha l'maisa, halacha b'shem kol Yisrael. We're continuing our preparation for Shabbos Kodesh. One day, Charlie Benheim is super excited. It's great to have CB in the house. While Kabbalah Shabbos is generally recited after Mincha, right around when Mendele, when Shabbos begins, it is important to realize that by saying it earlier, you would be accepting Shabbos. Specifically by reciting Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbos, or perhaps even the final segment of Licha Dodi Boi V'Shalom, you accept Shabbos and must then refrain from prohibited work. Halacha l'maisa. So longer stealing Torah tonight, because we all know it's Shabbos, and it's Thursday night, it's a little Mishmar action. And we're continuing with the fourth Sichot. Now, Rabbi Nachman's Sichot are all so beautiful. Every single word is sweet. It's matok. But we also know that they're very short, and that the understanding of the sichos is not always so clear. It's not always straightforward. There's so much depth to every single word from Rav Nachman, every single letter. So deep. It's so infinite. It's so high. But then we come across Sichot where it's like, wait. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Something is being said here. I don't really know exactly what's going on. I don't know if it's chizik. I don't know if it's the opposite of chizik. Is it year? I don't know. But we're going to try to go through the Sichot together tonight. I feel like I hyped up the Sichot. Sichot number 4, Sichot Daled. I'm sure all of you have learned it before. But Bezrat Hashem, we should get through it together. We should relate to it on each individual's level and according to all of our situations. In these times, it is very difficult for a religious person to have wealth. To obtain riches, he must suffer a great spiritual decline. Right? So if we're going after money, let's say, because we're seeing the word wealth, riches, we're going to go through a decline, chas v'shalom. Yeah, even after this, there is no guarantee of wealth, right? So if we're going after this wealth, there's no guarantee you're getting this wealth. For even the wicked or irreligious can be poor. If one is truly religious, then he's always far from riches. Rabbi Nachman is saying a kosher person is distanced from this pursuement, not pursuement, why am I not getting the word? From this pursuit of wealth. When the temple was destroyed, wealth fell into the realm of the klipos or husks. It is written, she fell with wonders. Now we'll see what this means. In Hebrew, wonders is plain, right? Transpose the letters and you have alafim, the thousands of wealth. Meaning, she fell with wonders. That's the pasuk. When the Beit Hamikdash was destroyed, the verse says she fell with wonders. Now, if we switch that word around, palaim, we get alafim, meaning the thousands of wealth fell. Now, what does this really mean? Right? When the temple, when we have the Beit Hamikdash, we all know Moshe Schiff gets us into that mind frame and that mindset of the Beit Hamikdash, very much so. And I guess Shabbos is also connected to Beit Hamikdash. We're waiting for the background switch. We're waiting for the background switch. No. When the Beit Hamikdash was
the Beit Hamikdash background is already by Mendy.
It's by Mendy. Oh, Mendela. I even see your background. Geschmack. Right? So if a Jew wanted to connect to the Ribono Shel Olam, he wanted to be enclosed in Kedusha, and it was so obvious, you go to the Beit HaMikdash. And when the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, I saw a beautiful thing by Mendy Hecht. Mendy Hecht of Chabad.org said something so beautiful. When the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, the Ribono Shel Olam told all the Yidden, I'm going to change my mode of communication. And it's not going to be so simple. It's not going to be you walk into the Beit HaMikdash and there you have it. It's so obvious and it's so there. But I'm going to place the Beit HaMikdash into you, into each and every one of you, into your hearts. So when the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, it wasn't so clear. And that's why it's saying here, maybe, that the thousands have fallen, right? Because when the thousands have fallen, right, the wealth has fallen, we can pursue that wealth because the world is so unclear and it's so foggy that we make mistakes. We're human beings. It's not so easy to access that Beit HaMikdash inside of us, that Palaim. So let's stick to that idea and let's see where it takes us. The thousands of wealth have fallen astonishingly. They have fallen so deeply, it is a wonder. If a person covets these thousands, he too must fall with them. But even then, he's not assured of riches. So when the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, the thousands have fallen. And some chevra pursue those thousands, but they're not guaranteed to get it. It's the world of materialism. It's not so simple. It's not so simple. We live in a physical world. That's why we daven before that we should see the wisdom in every single thing, even in the kesef, even in the money, even in the thousands. There is wisdom in it. Therefore, it's very difficult for a truly religious person to become wealthy. There are some rich tzaddikim and religious people, but their wealth is burdensome and harms their devotions. And though they seem wealthy, they still do not have the ready millions of the irreligious. For true wealth and godliness are now unlikely to be found together. It's a hard balance. It's a hard balance, and this is where we keep on plowing through. Rabbi Nachman says in a later Sichot, if you don't understand truly the words that you're learning, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't make yourself crazy. So we don't really know what this balance means. We don't really know what it means to be a religious person, a true religious person, and being distanced from wealth. Rabbi Nachman says, my grandfather, Rabbi Nachman Horodenker, a blessed memory, once spoke on the verse, long life is in her right hand. And in her left hand, wealth and honor. So I'll say it again. In the right hand, there's long life. And in the left hand, there's wealth and honor. The Talmud asks if this means that the right hand of Torah can provide only long life, but not wealth and honor. And the Gemara explains that since it could provide long life, then certainly it could provide wealth and honor. Right? So if we're connected to the Beit Hamikdash inside of us, if we're connected to the wisdom in all the physical things in this world, we're certainly wealthy and we'll certainly have honor through the lens of the Torah. My grandfather explained that by logic and interference from the verse, those who have long life should have wealth and honor. It is fitting that the righteous should have wealth, but in actuality, they do not have it. There's multiple sources in other Rabbi Nachman's farm that expand on this idea. Again, the Sichot are short, but what I connect to, and I hope you guys connect to as well, and I want to hear what everyone has to say at the end, is the Beit Hamikdash, right? Where she, or I forget she has fallen, the wondrous has fallen, the plum has fallen, right? But if you switch that word around, it's alafim, it's thousands, alapim, right? So it's not so clear the world after the destruction of the Beit Hamikdash. So we have to know how to tap back into the Beit Hamikdash within ourselves and the wisdom of the world around us, and find the healthy balance and connect to the wisdom in every single thing, every physical thing. Now we're connected to Shabbos Kodesh on a deeper level. CB, are you on a plane?
Yeah, I'm on a plane right now.
You're on a plane right now? Where are you going?
Thought I'd steal some Torah before we took off.
This is unbelievable. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So CB is obviously thinking about the Rabbi of Zidichov. He's been thinking about the Rabbi all day. And once he arrived late to a bris, and he apologized, explaining that he had a difficulty understanding a Tosfos and didn't get to sleep until the early morning. And the host asked him, why didn't you go to sleep earlier and postpone solving the problem of the Tosfos until the morning? What kind of assurance did I have that I would wake up in the morning? The Rebbe explained. The Rebbe responded, it's not Pasha. The lesson here is that we should not leave important things undone. That Tosfot, solving that Tosfot is very important, Chavra. We all had the experience of looking back and saying, I wish I had taken care of that when I had the chance. Hopefully we'll wake up in the morning. However, circumstances may change. Who knows if we'll have the same opportunity to do things later than what we have now. It's the same thing with what we just learned with the fourth Sicha, right? We could postpone things that we want to get to in our deepest inside of the hearts, inside of the Mishkan within our hearts, that we want to do, that we want to accomplish, but we're postponing it because we're falling and we're chasing after that wealth. It's important, but there's also the other side, or there's something much deeper within that wealth, right? The wisdom within that wealth. So time is the essence. Time is the essence. Are we in for a Shabbos Torah, or should we open up to the Chavra? Just seeing all the faces is making me on fire. Everything was Shabbos. Questions, comments, please feel free. Woo! Chavra, that was a hard sicha. Let me tell you, that was a hard sicha.
By the way, I don't know if like you were trying to say this, or like it's possible you said it, but I just like didn't catch it. So like switch around like the beauty has fallen. So like it's the pasuk is saying the Beit Hamikdash is falling or has fallen. And you switch the word around, that's thousands. Then you said like the Beit Hamikdash inside of us. So it's talking about like all of us have fallen. Like all of like everyone's level fell after that point. Because like the Beit Hamikdash was destroyed inside all of us.
Right. I mean, you can interpret it that way, and I'm sure, like what I saw by this guy John Mendy Hecht. Mendy Hecht wrote a beautiful article on the Beit Hamikdash, and I was specifically talking about the communication, right? The mode of communication from the time of Beit Hamikdash was so clear, right? Like you walk in, it's mamash a bonfire, it's mamash a bonfire, right? But then afterwards, when it was destroyed, Hashem's like, okay, it's not going to be so obvious, and I'm going to place the Beit HaMikdash inside your heart. And you'll have 3 times a day where you could tap back into that Beit HaMikdash. But it's not so simple, right? And we have all these opportunities, and that's why we pray for the wisdom, to see the wisdom in everything, because, imagine just always being able to tap inside to the deepest depths, right? Into the Moshe Schiff's background and more and higher, right? So like we have the ability to do that. And
Shabbos, guys.
good Shabbos, good Shabbos. So that's what Mendy Hecht was saying.
I like that. So it's not like an external thing anymore. It's internal.
Right. Beit HaMikdash seemed like it was also internal, too. But again, like we're not like we go to shul, but we go to shul and we go to Kumzis, we go to Tish, but we have it inside of us. We have it inside of us. It's a difficult Torah. Difficult Torah.
It's a little sophisticated.
What?
Nah, it wasn't. Very simple.
It was simple because we try and make it simple. Just like it's hard. I think in Masechah Rosh Hashanah, I think we all learned this together last year, right? The Ribbon Shalom, he fixes our income for the following year. Like he's like, okay, Jack, you're gonna make $10. Done, sealed. You're gonna make $10, right? You could work 18 hours a day, but at the end of the day, you're gonna make $10. But then comes the Gemara and Beit, and it says there's 3 things that your fixed income does not count towards. That's Shabbos, that's Torah, and that's your kids' education, I believe, or your kids. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you buy something like Covet Shabbos, you're like, wait, I have $10 in my bank account. You're not really subtracting from that $10. You know what I'm saying? You're not really subtracting from $10. Why am I talking about that? The wealth? Like, look, I don't know. Like, my income is 0 right now. Like, who am I? So, I don't know anything. We'll revisit the Sichot later in life, when things catch up to us, Achi.
Dude, the year's just starting, bro. There's still a half a year left.
Oh my gosh, the year just started. I mean, the year started a long time ago. Rosh Hashanah reps.
Yeah.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Farkane. Let's try being more simple. Rabbi Kavah Shabbos Kodesh. The Kavah Shabbos Kodesh. Baruch Hashem. Be well, Rebs.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Be in touch.